Hi, how you doing? Turn the light on here. So, my wife and I, we're buying an RV trailer right now, and a tow behind, bumper pull, whatever you want to call it. It's a 28-foot. It's a Coachmen Apex Ultralight. It's a model 289 bunkhouse super slide, so it's got the longer slide on it that goes out with the couch in the kitchen. So I'm very frustrated. We're spending after taxes and everything, you're talking about almost $28,000. So it's not a cheap purchase by any means. And I'm used to buying cars. I've bought in 36 cars. I'm 48 years old, and I buy cars, trade cars, and sells cars. And in 38 years, 38 cars worth of buying and selling, I've always been treated pretty good by dealerships. I mean, there's been a couple outstanding situations, but generally speaking, it's a good experience. The salesman is engaged from the time you walk in the dealer, making the deal, to taking delivery of the car and leaving. Right now, I buy my Jeep, my truck, my other Jeep from a place called Cartwright in Moon Township, Pennsylvania. And the salesman that I use there, he's very involved, even if I need service or anything like that. I mean, he wants to make sure that as a customer, I'm happy. So what I want to get to, the point is, so here I am. I want to go out and buy this travel trailer. I have my Ram Rebel, and I can tow it. So this trailer is like 5,600 pound bare weight. It's like 7,600 pound fully loaded. My truck's capable of 9,800 pound towing capacity. The payload capacity is fine for what I want to do. Everything is good. So we go in, we make our deal, we negotiate our prices. I got a couple different dealers. I'm looking at a couple different models. We determine we're going to use this place called Campers Inn, and Campers Inn near Pittsburgh, PA. They have this Coachmen Apex Ultralight that we want, and it has the bunkhouse in the back that sleeps four. It has the table that turns down, sleeps one. It has the couch that pulls out, that sleeps one. It has the master bedroom, sleeps two. Of course, it has the outside kitchen, the LED lighting outside, LED lighting inside. It has all the stuff you expect: stereo system in and out, and TVs and all that. So the salesman, last Friday, we go in and we tell him this is what we expect. We expect to come in for our the dealer show of the vehicle, of the trailer. I want a fully operational. I want to see hot water, cold water, refrigerator, freezer, lighting, air conditioning. Basically, I want to see all the components within it functioning, because I know I've done enough research on YouTube and on forums that I am aware that when you buy a travel trailer, a fifth wheel, anything like that, it's not like buying a car. The warranties are nowhere near as comprehensive as buying a car. If you buy the trailer and you don't have a working product, a refrigerator or whatever, you take it home, now you're at the point where they're not trying to sell you anymore. They've already sold it to you, you've already left, you've taken possession of the product. So at that point, you're going to be calling them up and you're going to be scheduling in the busiest time of the year. Here it is, we're mid-July 2019. You're going to call them back, say, hey, I bought this new trailer, I have this problem. They're going to say, hey, well, let me look at my calendar. We're booked out month and a half, 2 months, who knows, right? So that's what you're going to be dealing with. So I want to make sure before I buy it, before I hook it to my truck and leave their property, I want to make sure that this trailer, everything about it, everything in the box functions as it should. So we show up for our dealer show, whatever you want to call it, Tuesday, 3 o'clock. They know we're coming. I've told them Friday, the week before, what my expectations are. And I told my salesman at least twice, I think 3 times. We show up, it's on level, no stabilizers, no power, no water. Hot water tank has the plug and the anode bar laying in the chamber after you pull the cover off. Never been installed. They've never put water to it. So we get there and they start going over it. Broken light, peeling wallpaper, some stains on the carpet, some stains on the fake leather vinyl black seating. Let me think. refrigerator was plugged in for an hour and a half and never really showed any indication of working. I don't know if that's because it's out of balance, because it's some sort of a ammonia gas process that happens, and it has to be level for it to function. So we refuse to accept delivery of the product, right? The product being the camper. Salesman calls me today. He's upset because I kind of flipped out a little bit yesterday, about the lack of meeting my expectations, that I was very clear on what I wanted. So apparently when you buy a RV camper, a fifth wheel, maybe a motorhome, I don't know. I don't know if there's a price level that you hit that you start to get service that's more similar to what you expect buying a car. But for all the hate that you give car dealers, or the people out there give car dealers treat you much better than Campers Inn is treating me. So we're going back Friday at 10 a.m. with expectations that everything in the box is going to be filled with water and ready to go, and we're going to be able to go ahead and test everything, hook it up to the truck, and leave finally. And you know, it's interesting. Again, you're spending $28,000 here. It's not like you're buying a used 20-year-old pop tent camper, you know, for $2,000 off Craigslist. I'm buying a brand new 2020 Coachmen Apex Ultralight off of a dealer. The salesman called me today and told me that he doesn't feel that it's his job at this point to ensure that the after-sale delivery happens the way I expect. His job ended at the signing of the paperwork and the sale. My expectation, if I buy a new Jeep off of you for $40,000, my expectation would be that as a salesman, until I have left your property with that Jeep or that pickup truck or whatever, that you're going to make sure that I have a good experience, and that I want to come back in a year or 2 years or whatever and trade or sell and buy the next product off of you, right? I mean, you're a salesman. How do you make money? You make money by selling off of me, by getting my money over and over and over again. So this guy, Joe from New York, I'll call him, Joe feels that his job was done after the paperwork was signed. I'm just telling you this because I don't know, I'm new to this. I've never bought a camper or an RV or a fifth wheel. I've never bought anything like this before. The expectations that I had as a customer spending money have been shattered. And going online, reading on forums, watching videos on YouTube, what I'm seeing is that this is typical. This is normal. As a customer spending $30,000 or $300,000, you can expect to not get the best service as you would expect. I don't know. I'd like to hear. I know, you know, a lot of people out there own campers and fifth wheels and RVs. What has been your experience? I mean, is Campers Inn, and is the experience that they're giving me normal? They're telling me it's not typical. It's not typical to have water, hot water, refrigerator plugged in hours ago so that you can see that it gets cold. You know, leveling the camper and stabilizing it so that you can walk around on it firmly placed on the ground. They're telling me that's not typical. The typical is sign the paper, go around, plug it in, which by the way wasn't plugged in when I got there. I had to ask them to plug it in, but plug it in and show that the lights work and that the stereo works and the TV power is on, and hook it to your truck and get the hell off their property. That's pretty much what they're telling me is typical. So I want to know, what is your experience? Are you a camper owner, RV owner, fifth wheel owner? When you have purchased new products from a dealer, what has the delivery experience been like? How engaged has your salesman been from the point of walking on the property for the first time to hitching to the trailer or the device, the product, and leaving? Has your salesman provided you care and interest the